Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the recap show of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17. This is episode 7, and this was called The Villains Roast.
This is episode 10.
I was going to say 7?
You did.
I'm sorry. Rewind it back. This is episode 10. We're just a little tired of on this side of the screen. So as I said, this is The Villains Roast. Let me just start by saying, this was a effing good episode full of a lot of drama and controversy, and I am just appalled on how the controversy wasn't really spoken about in this episode. But anyway, I am one of your co-hosts. My name is Fisted. We're going back to that name. Yes, we're going back to that name. Okay. No big shock this week.
It wasn't a shock because he warned me.
I did warn him this week.
He gave me the heads up.
Yeah. And I'm here with my other two co-hosts.
I have been in my Kill Bill bag lately for some reason. So today I'm going to be Black Mamba, okay?
Okay.
On Black Mamba. I should have been.
Okay. Exactly.
I am Madam TJ Hooker.
Okay.
Yes, I like that one. Madam TJ Hooker. I mean, it's a play on your name. It suits you very well. I mean,
there are multiple references. I'm a genius.
Yes. But I mean, that is you. Come on, Hooker.
All right, wait a minute.
Right. It's like shade.
Oh, I am.
Like shade.
A little bit.
A little bit too much agreements.
Okay.
Y'all, we have to apologize because this episode may run a little long this time because the foolishness that happened in this here episabout needs to be discussed.
Yeah.
So much.
I'm so glad that MIA is here to talk
help
about
us. Yes. This episode was so much. I had to watch it twice, and I've never done that. Not like in the same season. I had it because I watched it last night and I watched it earlier today because I was like, I need to take notes because it was just so much that happened in this episode.
Let's just say Ariadne, Jules, Lexi. There's Anya. A lot going on in this episode.
So much happened.
And not even Anya, but Lana, like the surprise of the episode. And can we just get into it? Let's get into the looks. We can talk about the performance and the roast, and we can talk about the foolishness afterwards.
Yeah,
how about that?
And we'll sip our tea as we do it.
Very well. All right, so looks first. Up first is...
This was so good.
Come on.
It was so good. And then the reveal.
Yes.
The titty. If you're going to do a titty bib, Corey, I was not here last week to comment on the foolishness of Corey King. But if you're going to do a titty bib, this is how you do it. She looked good.
Listen, all right. The fact that her reference was booty cut off shorts, and instead of just doing it at the waist, she brought it all the way up. So the look is one booty short all the way up from her crotch to her boobs.
It was a wedgie. It was the ultimate wedgie.
It was perfection. And then what I loved about the reveal is she didn't do it right in the beginning. She waited. She gave you the look. She turned. She went to the top of the stage, went to the back of the stage, and then she's like, you know what? I got something for you. It just looks so good. It was classic Anya.
It was Anya from head to toe. I didn't care for the wig. I didn't care for the hair choice with this. I feel like that was a disconnect for me. But this was decent. I liked it. I feel like I also didn't. I feel like maybe a different necklace with this would have been good.
No, I understand why she did the necklace because she wanted to cover the line of the titty bib. So I understand why the chunky necklace.
I get that because she does it every week. I understand the purpose of it. I'm just like, give me something different because that kind of threw me. The necklace just threw me off a little bit. That's just a style choice. But this was good.
Yeah, speaking and her roast was good. I can see why she was just safe though. Like I expected her to do a little bit better because she's naturally funny. She's a funny girl. But her roast was just safe. So I understand her being safe. Like, she was good, but I didn't feel like she gave anything other than what she's given before, if that makes sense.
No, I thought her roast was good. I appreciate the fact that she opened it up. She gave the audience and the rest of the girls a platform in which to jump off of, and some of them just did not take advantage of it. I was just like,
no, some of us jumped.
Child,
without a net, and it was
without a parachute, with no safety net.
It was bad.
It was bad. It was really bad.
So I'm sure we'll talk about it, but honestly, I feel like the placements this week were way off for me. So I thought Anya did better than Sage. I thought Anya should have been in the top.
No, I don't see that. Like I said, I agree with her being safe. I truly agree with her being safe.
Okay. I don't know. In the very beginning, I thought she could have been in the top, but as we went through the roast,
there were other girls who were just a little bit better.
Damn, these two are just a little bit better. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time for someone else to get the spotlight a little bit. I think honestly, she has nothing to worry about this week. Last week, I was a little worried for her. This week, I was like, I'm not worried about her. She's safe, and it'll be okay. But it could have gone either way for me. But I think that where she ended up falling was right where she probably needed to be.
Yeah, agreed.
I guess. Okay, next up.
I love her.
I love her too. Oh, as I get to know Anya a little bit more, I develop more of an opinion. We'll talk.
Okay.
All right. Next up is this child.
Oh.
The look is good.
The look is not bad.
The look is always not bad.
The look is always going to be on point. I feel like we say it every week. She's a look queen, but that's literally all she has to offer.
Let me tell you something. I know we're not going to really get into the controversy right now, but what she did, I thought should have been called out on the main stage, and she should have been shamed. And no, seriously, she should have been shamed for it. Because what she did, I think, was unforgivable.
Oh, these are strong words.
Yeah.
So, okay, we're just talking about looks right now. This look was fine. I feel like with Ariette's runways, there is something I feel like that's missing from them for me, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Like, does this meet the challenge? Does this meet the brief? Pun not intended. Yes, obviously. And I'm just like, I don't know. There, like I said, there's something missing, but I just can't put my finger on it. So this was good. She had a horrible week.
Baby. Her performance in the roast was exactly what I think everyone expected it to be, even
including her.
Well, but here's the thing: I think it was worse than what she even expected it to be, because I don't know how to say this without getting into the whole thing, but
she played herself.
Yes. All right, how you steal someone else's material and then not even try to, and don't even do half decent with it? Like, someone gave you the material and you still fucked it up.
She knows. Nobody gave her the material.
What I mean,
she took it.
The fact that she stole it and didn't do anything with it is 10 times worse, because now you don't even allow the other person to use their original material and try to be good with it. So, you know what? Let's just talk about it,
please.
Ariette and Jules, you know, going back and forth because of the fact of the placement that Jules put her in, and in a way to get back at her while they're sitting there, doing their stuff in the workroom, Ariette has the nerve to look over and steal 2 or 3 of her jokes, and not only steal them but perform them, because she knew she was going to go before Jules.
So, okay, let's back up a little bit. Just for the benefit of someone who may be watching who didn't watch the episode, which I don't know why you would be doing that. But, so what happened was Jules, because she won either the mini challenge or I think
the maxi challenge,
whatever.
She won the maxi challenge last episode.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So she was put in charge of the placements for the villains roast.
Right.
And so what she did was, before she made her deliberation, she asked everybody their preferences, and then she did her deliberation, and then she pretty much gave just about everybody what they wanted.
Yeah, for the most part.
So, and these are my notes. So what she did, she put so what people wanted. Susie wanted to go either first or last. Anya wanted to be number 2. Lana wanted to be 3. Ariete wanted to be 4. And Lexi wanted to be last.
Yes.
So
as a matter of fact, Lexi was the first one asked what she wanted to be, and she said, "I want to go last."
She said she wanted to go last. So what they got was Anya was first, Ariete was second, Jules was third, Sam was fourth. No, sorry, Lana was fourth, Sam was fifth, Lydia was sixth, Susie was seventh, and Lexi was eighth. Now, she did give Lexi what she wanted. She also didn't give some other people what they wanted, but they weren't really, besides
their thing was everybody kind of just wanted to be in the middle. The only person who probably, for me, in my opinion, the only person who probably could have been a little upset was Anya, because she did not want to go first. However, Anya went first.
She didn't complain.
And she didn't complain, but she also set the tone, because that's what Anya does. From hosting RDR Live to doing all of the other things, like, she is that person to kind of set the tone for the show. So I felt like Anya going first was justified. So
I think Anya's preferences were first or second. So
yeah,
she was good.
Either way.
This is one of those things that I was like, this is so much. I have so many thoughts about what happened in this episode. So because she put Lexi last, that is what Lexi asked for.
Be careful what you ask for. You might just get it.
She also could have put Susie last, and she would not have had this problem.
Here's the thing, though. In Untucked, did you watch Untucked?
Yes.
Anya made a very good point. Your set would have been your set.
Yep.
No matter where you were placed.
Yep.
This is true.
You had the same jokes no matter where you were placed. So you being in your head is 100% on you. Yep. It doesn't matter who's in front or behind you. You being in your head is 100% you. Them trying to put all of this on Jules was completely bogus.
Yeah.
Like, 5 G's, please. Good God, get a grip, girl. It is not that deep. Like, they made this big fuss out of nothing. Granted, Ariete, to a very, very, very small degree, had a point when she said, "You put me before you, or you are only going after me because you know I am not going to do well, and it's going to make you look better." Mm-hmm. So, if they are as close as they say they were, I very, 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 very marginally agree with the fact that it was a bit of shade, because Jules even admitted to doing that for that reason. However, Ariete stealing Jules' jokes, that is a carnal sin. You don't do that and then try to make this big deal out of this one thing, and then you're not even owning up to what you do. That's even worse, because now you're going before her, you're stealing this girl's jokes, and you're going to throw her off. You're going to be bad no matter what. So even if you took her jokes, delivered them well, that's still wrong. Yeah, you're wrong 100%. You're wrong all the way around.
That was my problem. It's like, all right, listen, we all are in agreement that Ariete would have been bad wherever she went. So if she would have went first, she'd have complained that, "Oh, why would you put me first to set the tone? You know I'm bad. Why would you put me last? Because you know I'm not any good. Why would you put me in the middle?" I mean, whoever you put her in front of, she was going to look bad. So I thought that was such a cop-out and excuse. And to say that, oh, because she, Jules went after her, she was trying to make her look bad. No, bitch.
No, she wasn't trying to make her look bad. She was trying to make herself look better, which is what Ariete's point was.
I understand that, but I think that's totally irrelevant, because she was going to look bad because she set it up that way herself, because she kept saying, "Oh, I'm not that good," and so regardless, like you said, wherever you're placed, you're going to do exactly the same, because your jokes are your jokes. But then to quote unquote steal from your friend, take her routine, and she didn't know about it. So as she's doing these jokes, she's like, "Oh my God, she's actually using my jokes." So now when I go up after her, I'm going to stumble because now she's taken the first part of my routine. Now I have to figure out, what am I going to do? How am I going to replace this?
Yeah.
That was so bad. And the thing that bothered me more than anything was Jules is not standing up for herself. When they got to her and was doing the critiques with the judges, I'd have been like, yo, she stole my jokes. Those 2 jokes that she gave, those were mine. And that's why I bombed. They would have understood why she did the way she did, because I don't think she would have done bad at all, to tell you the truth. She's a confident girl. She knows what she's doing. She's done jokes before. She bombs because all of a sudden now she was in panic mode because of the fact that someone took a routine that she had practiced.
Okay, here's the thing about specifically that. Like, I think if Jules would have had the wherewithal, she really could have killed, because what she could have done and probably should have done, instead of yes, you're correct. She did not call out Arietti on the runway for stealing her jokes. I think maybe she was just taking the high road on that. What would have been extremely smart of her would have been to perform her jokes anyway and kill. Then, when it came to the runway, the judges would have been like, girl, you did Arietti's jokes. Actually, no, I didn't. I did my jokes, but they landed. Would have cleared. She would have cleared. Arietti would have been looking crazy, and Jules would have been looking great.
Here's my take on that, because I kind of had a similar thought. My thought would have been, for Jules, the first line out of her mouth should have been, oh, this bitch stole my jokes, but I'm going to show you how they were supposed to be done.
Something.
Like, she could have played into it, but she was just still thrown off, which is a natural reaction, though, because...
Of course.
At that point, she's like, oh, wait, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
And she went into
panic
mode and fumble mode, as opposed to just playing into it. Had she got up there right after Arietti and played into it, she could have killed.
So here's the thing. I think that if that was like Anya would have done that. I don't know. Jules was, she had the smarts and the whereabouts to do that in that moment.
Yeah.
Maybe she's not as skilled in that respect. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't blame Jules for anything up there. I thought that she was made to be the villain of this episode for no fucking reason.
I don't think she was made to be the villain of the episode. I think people watched it, saw it for what it was.
No, I'm talking about as far as like how it was edited and amongst the girls. Yes, because she did nothing wrong. She was given a task. She did the task. And of course, let me tell you something. She won the previous challenge. It was her prerogative to make herself always look good. This is a competition. I don't care if it's me and you against one another. We're still going to compete. You know what I mean? And there was nothing wrong with her putting herself where she put herself.
I can kind of see both sides of everybody's argument. To be honest, everybody had an argument this week.
I don't see Lexi's side at all. No. I don't see Lexi's side. Lexi had no leg to stand in this race.
So I agree on both sides, which is why I said, yes, Lexi got what she wanted, but also Jules could have put Susie last.
But why? No, let me ask you something.
Because honestly, hold on. Wait. Because we all know Susie's going to do well, so put Susie last to close out the show.
Well, hold on. Here's the thing. Jules went and asked Lexi. She was the first person she asked.
I agree.
Where do you see yourself? Lexi said, I want to go last.
But here's the thing, too. To Jules' credit, they do know that Susie is going to do quote-unquote well. So why put her in the position to close the show to do well? Because that's the one you're going to remember. Put her in a spot where if she does well, she'll be good. But are you really going to remember her if the person who comes after her does even better?
Yeah.
And to Jules' credit, she did say, like, strategically, this is what she said she was trying to do. She was trying to set up the girls that didn't have a win, not necessarily to win, but so they wouldn't necessarily, I guess, be in a failing position. So she was trying to, I think maybe she probably overthought it in one direction, but unfortunately it was not received that way with Lexi and Arietti. But yeah, I don't think she intentionally tried to fuck anybody over.
She didn't.
Yeah, I don't think so, but I do think that Arietti's and Lexi's inner saboteurs got the best of them, obviously, because they were so in their head and they really truly allowed their insecurities to run them this episode.
And what made it even worse was Arietti's behavior in the workroom, like packing up her stuff and moving to a different station and calling her names and all this other stuff. I'm just like, girl, you need to relax because it's not that serious. It's not that deep.
She showed her age this episode.
She did.
She's very immature.
She's a child. She is a child, and she showed the fact that she is a child. Even when she was leaving, spoiler alert, she went home. Rightfully so. Even when she was leaving, she was like, oh, I think I'm in a good place with Jules, but Anya better watch her back. Like, girl, first of all, Anya will eat you alive.
That part.
Sit down somewhere. Like, she has a lot of growing up to do.
Okay, on that note, I can kind of sort of understand why Arietti would be upset with Anya. Because I'm thinking too, like, girl, why are you in this? Why are you piping up right now? This ain't got nothing to do with you.
I felt like somebody needed to say it because clearly Jules was not going to.
Yeah.
But again, why I gotta be? I don't know. I guess so.
Whether it would have been Anya or somebody else, it just happened to be Anya.
I don't think it would have been anybody but Anya, is what I'm saying. I think.
That's therein lies the problem. Somebody needed to say something. Because again, Jules was not going to.
Yeah, because here's the thing, like, we're watching this whole episode, and I'm just like, wait a minute, why is no one saying anything about this? Like, why is no one saying that she stole her jokes? This needs to be talked about. Even when they were in Untucked, I'm like, what the fuck? Why is nobody saying anything? This doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm sure that everyone watching this episode was acting and saying the same thing, like, what's going on? Like, is this a production thing where this like cutting stuff out so we don't see it? Because it did not make any sense to me.
But even in Jules' confessional, she was like, thankfully Anya is saying something because I'm too scared in this moment to say anything.
It's crazy.
I don't know. It just, again, to me, it just felt like Anya was stepping into something that that didn't have nothing to do with her. To me, it made Anya come off. And I'm also thinking about prior episodes. It kind of made this whole episode kind of made me see Anya in a light that I'm like, ooh, she might be like a for real bitch. Like,
I didn't see that.
I don't like that. Because I'm like, why are you all up in this? Why are you like she seems to be reveling in the fact that the girls are bothered, and I'm like,
no, I didn't see that.
No, in the workroom when she laughed, that was a bit shady because it was out of place.
That's what I'm saying.
To laugh that hard, but to watch the Untucked episode and to hear the interaction between she and Lexi, because Lexi even admitted, I didn't want to see myself in this moment, and I'm seeing myself, and I hate you for it. So, like, they had that come to Jesus moment where Lexi realized, yeah, I am wrong. I didn't want to see that I was wrong, but yes, I am wrong. And Anya brought it to her attention. Arietti, again, she just didn't want to see her fault in that moment. Granted, Anya could have backed up a little bit, but again, somebody needed to say something because Jules was not the one saying it.
And then on top of it, when Anya and Susie were in the not in the workroom, in Untucked, when they were there by themselves, they were saying, they've had their three that they thought were going to go home, and they talked about it, and they were both on the same page. It's just that Anya was the one that had the balls to say something when everybody else came in the room.
They were tucked, but yeah, they're there. Let's not belabor this point. Okay. Let's get into the rest of these girls.
All right, next up.
Loved it.
I didn't understand Michelle's hate for this because she said Marie Antoinette, but I didn't get Marie Antoinette.
Me neither. I'm assuming the hair and the puff sleeves. I'm like, this.
But even still,
it was giving me more Moulin Rouge. This was Moulin Rouge for me.
If Michelle had not said that, I never would have thought anything about Marie Antoinette. I still really don't even see it.
I don't see it either.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, girl, relax. The look was decent. So I don't know if we said the category of the runway was short shorts.
Yeah.
So that was, of course, everyone's inspiration behind their looks. This look was fine. Her was cute.
And you would consider those like bloomers, I guess, right? What she had on. So
something, yeah.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I think that was probably a part of production. What's the lady's name? Michelle's comment was probably a part of the production of the show to try to justify her also still being in the bottom, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, perhaps. I don't disagree that Jules should have been in the bottom.
I mean, her being in the bottom, considering everyone else, she did not do well in the roast. I mean, granted, she was thrown off.
Yeah.
And she could have capitalized on it differently. So her being in the bottom was justified, unfortunately.
Yeah, I saw her in the bottom after, when you look at everyone else and their performance, the only reason why she probably would have been safe was because of her look, but I think because of Michelle's comment, like we mentioned, that's why she ended up really being in the bottom. With
Homegirl.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm so glad it ended on those two. Honestly.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Let them battle it out.
Let them battle it out, because I mean the episode was really around those two and the whole controversy, and then at the end, the person who was the better person was the survivor.
Okay. Next up,
Lana. I get the judges.
I like this.
I liked this too, but I understand the judges' critiques of it as well. It is giving very pedestrian. It does not read the same way
everybody else is.
It was short, but it was very. I went to Rainbow, got this outfit.
Rainbow.
And I had a couch throw wrapped around. It was very pedestrian. So it was not as high. It wasn't drag. It just wasn't drag. But Lana was the surprise of the episode.
Yes.
She was very much the surprise of the episode.
She was so
Her roast was really, really good. She was like the only one that kind of really made me laugh out loud, to be honest. She was really good, in my humble opinion.
I do think she was good. I think that she also should have been safe and not in the top.
Why?
She didn't give
Who were your tops?
My tops were Anya and Sam.
Really?
Yes.
No, I think she deservedly was in the top this week. This was her best week ever.
I agree with that.
Performance-wise, yes.
I agree. It was her best week ever, but I feel like her performance was safe.
No, I thought her performance was just that good. And to be honest with you, I disagree with you guys and the judges. Even though, quote unquote, it's not drag enough, I thought she looked good. I thought that she sold what she had on really well. Could it be more elevated? Yeah, but you know what though? I don't know. Maybe I was just enamored with this whole episode of her. I thought that she really just shined this episode.
Can we talk about this girl's legs? Her legs in them shorts.
Yeah.
Baby.
Lana's body is stupid. So Lana, this episode really made me, I think, understand what Lana does. Lana does not do drag. Lana does cross-dressing. Lana does female impersonation, and there is a difference. This look was cross-dressing. This was not drag. But she looks great. I like the look. I got the reference immediately. She looked amazing. But again, it's not drag. It's cross-dressing. I'm assuming she goes by male pronouns. You're a man dressing up as a woman, but you're not necessarily doing drag. The other queens are doing drag, as they mentioned. Like Sam's look was drag, but it's not necessarily. This was not necessarily drag.
I didn't think it was drag.
She looks great, and she like Arietti is very much a fashion queen, a look queen, and that's. She came out of her shell a little bit. She showed us that she can do a little bit more, but that's her wheelhouse. Her wheelhouse is, well, trying to turn looks most of the time. Some of the time.
The shade.
But this look was really cute. This was really good, and she looked great in this particular.
Yeah, she did look good. And then even her roast look, it reminded me of Simone's look for the roast episode.
Did you say she got a professional one?
Yeah, I said, why did she have on Simone's outfit? Because I don't know if you remember Simone's outfit in the roast episode. She was in the bottom to that episode. She had on that gold number,
Gold dress
with the wrap around the neck.
I loved her in that dress, and I love that lip sync she did. Is one
Yes,
of my
against Utica. It's mine too. I revisit it quite often. Yes, yes. I loved it. So Lana's look reminded me of Simone. However, Lana performed better in the roast, obviously, than Simone did, because Simone landed in the bottom too that episode.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the villains really quick?
Okay, yes.
Because
They are.
Mistress
Isabel Brooke.
Who was the other one? Plain Jane.
Plain Jane. And
who was the other one? Candy Muse.
Yes.
They are true villains. They are true villains because they call them the shadiest queens. They were not shady on their seasons. They were just mean.
They were mean.
There's a difference in shade and just being a mean girl.
Yeah.
I felt like Lana particularly dug into Plain Jane the way Plain Jane needed to be dug into.
It was nice. It was good. It was good.
Yes, it was really good. I feel like that's why I liked Lana's performance the most, because I felt like as far as roasting the girls, Lana had the best roasts. Like her delivery was there, but like what she was saying about them, I don't know. I loved it. She did really well this episode.
You know what? As I think about it, I'll give it to you. I'll give you the fact that she was better than safe. I'll give you that. What I really did enjoy, one of the things that I did enjoy very much about Lana's roast was her exit and Sam's entrance. It was perfect. Lana said, as she introduced Sam, she said Sam's family owned her ancestors.
Yes.
And Sam
Sam, like an old family friend.
I have.
Yes.
So hard.
Yes.
Fucking genius. And I know they didn't even practice that, I feel like. I thought it was organic. That was hilarious.
It was funny.
If you want to do a race joke, that's how you do it. That is
how you do it. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. It was good.
It was very good.
And speaking of the slave owner.
Speaking of the devil. Speaking of massa.
Let me not put that out there. Sam and her family today are not slave owners. I don't want to get flagged or canceled. It's not a racist individual. That is not what I'm saying. It is a joke, people. Times it's,
They will come. They will come.
Listen.
Thoughts on this look? I'm curious.
This mine's actually kind of like
I thought it was basic drag. I thought they gave it more than it was worth, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't impressed. We've seen it before. I think that's the thing. Like, we've seen it before. Not only have we seen it before, but even minus the hair. Well, Anya said, like, you just wore my outfit again, which was kind of true. She wore it better than Anya, but I just, it is what it is. I think she was in the top more so before for her performance and not necessarily what she had on.
Yeah.
But she had a good week. She
did have a really good week.
Great week. That's why I feel like she should have been in the top.
Listen, she was in the top.
Well, I feel like she should have won. Either her or Anya should have won, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I said it the very first episode. Sam was the only one that gave me winner vibes. Mm-hmm. And she is starting to get to the point where I can see Sam winning this whole season.
If she had won this week, she would have been a front runner. That would have made 3 wins for her, I believe.
Yeah. It would have, yes.
Yeah. But I would have enjoyed that very much. I feel like she truly deserves to win. I liked her set very much. Now, as far as this look, I liked it less. So mainly because of the fit. I feel like I wanted it much tighter. I feel like the leg pieces were unnecessary.
Girl, if it was going to be any tighter, it would have been inside of her.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just things look bulky, especially like the leg pieces or whatever. I'm like, I guess I wanted to see more skin and less all of that.
It gave like true like flag football player type
Yeah,
look.
exactly. Yeah, so I was like, but she did great this week. She did
do really well. She's truly one of the queens who is on an upward trajectory. And you know the judges love, because even Michelle mentioned it, she had that one critique weeks ago and she has taken that and has run with it. You know, the judges love that. So I feel like Sam, honestly, top 3 right now in the finale is given Anya, Sam, and unfortunately Susie. I can't stand Susie anymore. But yeah.
I agree, but something is telling me that Susie might fall off.
I'm kind of hoping she does, between her attitude and even her drag rate. Like, we'll get to her when we go over her.
I think that Sam and Lexi have not done themselves any justice this season. They were the top front runners for me, and every week when you peel back the onion, it's just like.
You mean Susie?
Sorry, yes, Susie and Lexi. Lexi and her inner saboteur. I'm surprised she has not gone home yet because of it. Like, she is killing herself on this show.
That's
killing her.
Wrong. She has some deep
demons.
Yeah,
she's dealing with some demons over there,
and it takes a hold of her. And I empathize with her because I'm like, ooh, damn. Like, it really sucks. You can see it happening. You can see the effect
in the moment.
Her. So yeah, it really sucks. But yes, Sam did well. I do see her going to the finale. I do see her as probably top 3 or top 4, however many they're gonna do this year or this season. I kind of could see her winning, especially if she wins another challenge.
Who, Sam?
Sam, yeah.
Yeah, I can
see her
possibly see her as a winner.
I don't know if I see that yet. I don't. I need to see her and Anya go head to head.
How do you mean?
Like it has to be like an episode where they both are just strong and they both go up against each other to see who really is that top person.
Well, that'll be the finale.
Well,
I can almost guarantee you the 2 of them will be in the finale.
Yeah. Well, you know they're gonna have to do their own lip sync song or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be interesting. All right, next up.
If I'm being honest, I hated this. And the more I looked at it, especially like in an Untucked, when they had like a close up on the headpiece and like you see the texture of the headpiece, I hated this. I get why she won. I 100% understand why she won.
I don't.
The only reason why I say that is because Sam's look was not strong enough for the win. And she did really well in the roast. But as far as delivery, I felt like Lydia was more so unexpected. So she not only delivered in the roast, but she also gave you something different on the runway. So in that aspect, I kind of understand why she won, but I hated this look.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of this look. I feel like this look she did in a similar runway with different materials.
All of her looks are similar. Because
I was like, wait, I've seen this before.
And even when she came out, I said, before the judges even said it, I said, where are the shorts? Like, where are the shorts? Like, This is
why I don't understand how she won. Her set was not a winning set, and her look was not a winning look. How did the girl win? Especially when you had Anya and Sam as well. As they were, going through whatever, and right before she announced who was the winner, and when she announced Lydia as a winner, I was shocked. I was like, what? How? How? If anything, Lydia should have been safe at best. Like, I was very confused, very perplexed at this judging.
I can see why you feel that. I do believe that she did well in the roast. I felt like she had good punchlines. Like the fan of it all was funny. The fan joke, it was funny. I felt like her delivery, it was very dry, but it was funny. So I don't know. Like I said, I feel like the judges kind of gave her the win more so because she was unexpected as opposed. It wasn't that she did amazingly. I think she shocked the judges because they weren't expecting her to do as well as she did.
Probably.
I mean,
and in fact, she didn't have a win yet.
Yeah.
That part. Because I mentioned last week, I feel like they don't mind giving out a sympathy win.
This could have been her sympathy win.
Like this was her sympathy win.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I wanted Lydia to win. Not Lydia,
Lana.
Lana to win. Yeah, that's why I really wanted to win. I thought her jokes and her delivery were just that good that she should have won. And you probably don't agree, but I just thought that this was her week to shine.
Lana's win. It was. She did shine. She just didn't win. And I would have had a problem with her winning this week, to be honest. Again, Sam and Anya, I feel like they should have been the winners. But anyway.
Yeah. Next
to last.
I hated this too. Her makeup is horrid. Her makeup is absolutely horrible. Like, I understand what she was going for, but she didn't execute it well at all. And the thing that pisses me off most about her is the fact that she just swears she is just it every week. And she is not. Like, it's not even... I guess you can call it drag delusion. She's the Lucy LaDuca of the season to a degree. And the only reason why I say to a degree is because she actually does have 2 wins. And second, backtrack. I wasn't here last week. I apologize. She did not deserve to win the mini challenge for the reading challenge. She did not deserve that reading challenge win. She wasn't funny.
I agree, but I vaguely remember that challenge. But I think I remember feeling that same way. Like,
she didn't deserve to win.
So, and
then even the roast, like, she wasn't funny to me this week, and I don't understand where
to me, she was truly safe.
She was safe.
Yes,
I can give you safe, but her makeup was trash. The look was, I don't know.
I didn't mind the look.
I mean, neither.
Did you see her face?
Well, no, hold on. The outfit and then the face are 2 different things. I thought that her outfit looked really good. I actually liked that look. But the makeup I wasn't too keen on. It seemed a little bit more clownish than drag.
You know what her makeup gave me this week?
What?
It was week 1 when she first came out in that Depression era drag, and it wasn't polished before she changed it. It seemed it's like she went backwards. It's like it actually almost looked like it was unfinished, like she ran out of time and maybe didn't get to blend or something. It looked horrible.
You wasn't buying the illusion.
What illusion, child? She looked horrible.
Okay.
I hate to say it, I've never minded Susie's makeup. I've always kind of liked it. I've always understood it.
Not everybody has taste.
Okay. I think she comes back with a vengeance. You know, you go on a week and then you just want to come back. Okay. Anyway.
We've been on this for a week and a half.
Literally. Jesus.
I think it's more so, I think I'm just not liking Susie's person.
Uh-huh.
And so she has to do something extremely well for her to be redeemable at this point.
I was going to say, it sounds like she needs to redeem herself in your eyes.
She does, and as of
I don't see that happening.
I don't see it happening either.
Me neither. And that's a part of why I say that she's slipping. Because again, she started out strong. She was going strong for a while, and for the last couple of weeks, she's been safe. I don't even think she's been in the top the last couple of weeks.
I don't know.
No, she's been safe.
Yeah, she's been safe.
She's been safe. So yeah, she's slipping. She's slipping. So I am really curious to know what these next few weeks are going to bring.
Because there's nowhere to hide anymore. I mean, you're down to seven chicks now.
Yeah, and then next week is an acting challenge. So
next week is the acting challenge. We still have to do Yeah, we still have to do the makeover or family resemblance challenge.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, there are still a couple things that they need to do the music video. There's still a few things left to go.
Well,
right.
I guess we're about to find out.
All right, we'll see. All right, last up.
We've seen this before from Lexi. They even called her out.
Well, she doesn't train.
It's not even the train, it's the style of it altogether. We've seen this before from Lexi.
And it's kind of like she did the same hair in a way, but it's a little bit more refined this week.
It's shorter. No, last week it was the long rainbow wig.
Right, but it's more blended this week, whereas it was more delineated with the color and of the hair. This is more of a muted look. But here's the thing with Lexi. I loved her from day one. But as every week goes by, you start to see how much she's in her head and how that affects everything around her and how she presents herself. And it's just not a good look. She needs to, she needs to have a full breakdown and a come to moment Jesus so she can turn this shit around. What?
Said come to Jesus moment.
No, seriously, she needs to have that moment.
Come to moment. You can say come to moment Jesus.
Whatever, you know what I have to say. She needs to have that moment where, because a lot of times I feel as though when these girls have like that major breakdown, they have that revelation in which they understand, all right, now I need to turn this ship around, and they do much better. She's just having these like mini breakdowns here and there, and then she's constantly saying, oh, my inner saboteur is sabotaging me and this and that, and I'm like, girl, you're not learning from it. Like, take those moments and learn from it and kind of like pull yourself together and get your shit together, girl.
So I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. However, she said something that made me realize why Lexi is the way that she is. Lexi does not believe she belongs here. She said it on the wrong way. When she said she was smoking meth and sucking dick in the car, where Susie is a studied individual. She studied this craft for years. So Lexi is still feeling like she has a long way to climb. She has not gotten out of the headspace of who she used to be. And now she's here in this competition around girls who have been doing what she's been wanting to do for years but couldn't get there. Mm-hmm. So Lexi has a lot of self-discovery to do. She is as good as she can. She's good, and she could be a lot better if she were to get out of her own way. Yeah. But because she's a former drug addict, she is still thinking like a drug addict. And that's hard for a lot of people who struggle with addiction, who have struggled with addiction to do. They can't see themselves as anything else other than that drug addict or whatever addiction they had.
Yeah. Interesting. I do remember her saying that I did not make that connection to where she maybe is experiencing imposter syndrome. Yeah. Or feels inadequate compared to the other girls. I didn't make that connection, but that's an interesting connection that you made. Yeah, I think Lexi does well. I have a feeling that she'll get another win before the finale.
I think so too.
Last week should have been her win. But
yeah, agreed.
Yeah, last week definitely should have been her win. So,
and you could tell that it really defeated her when she did not win, because when they went back in the workroom during Untucked, I believe it was, you could see the disappointment in her face. It was just like, I did really, really well. I thought about this and I thought I executed, and like, what do I have to do to win? You know what I mean?
But again, hence the Susie of it all this episode. Granted, it wasn't Susie, it was Jules last week. But she still sees, like, I'm still just not good enough.
Mm. Yeah. Well, that was our last queen.
This was an episode, child. Yeah. This was definitely an episode and a half. Between the full episode and then Untucked, a lot happened. The right girl went home.
Yes.
And I wouldn't say the right girl won, It's up in the air as to whether or not Lydia should have won. I kind of agree with the fact, like, if it was going to be anybody other than Sam or Anya, I kind of agree it should have been Lana. So, you know, it is what it is. This was a lot of an episode.
I would agree. If not Sam, if not Anya, I'll give you Lana as the possible winner of this week. Yeah, I can give you that. Yeah, this episode was an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, very much so.
Yes, it was so much. It was so much going on. It was a good episode, but it was
compelling TV.
Oh, it truly. Speaking of compelling TV, I gotta watch the season finale of Paradise. I'm behind.
Girl, why are you late?
Oh my gosh!
I actually forgot. I didn't realize it until last night. I was like, oh shit!
It was good.
I bet
it was good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it.
And it's a great setup for season 2.
Oh, yes. I can't wait. I might just do it right after we get done with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those that are not watching, please go watch Paradise over on Hulu or on Disney Plus.
Either.
Yeah.
It'll be on ABC next month.
That too. But
we are not getting paid to plug this show.
Yeah, but it's really, really good.
I wish, or at least Sterling K. Brown could give me a text or a call or something.
The sound check.
Someone sounds delusional.
Lucy, is that you?
Anyway, listen, before we get out of here, I just want to take this moment to say thank you to everyone that has been watching these videos, commenting, and sharing. We've been really noticing an uptick on the video. So don't forget to go back and watch last week's episode 9, since this is episode 10. And of course, you'll see it at the end, a reference back to episode 9. Continue to watch. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you can get notified when we drop new episodes. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week for another episode of the Recap Show. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.